everyone, it's Emily here, and today I am bringing you my DiverseAthon TBR. The DiverseAthon is a readathon which takes place from January 22nd through the 29th of 2017, which is just in a few days, and it is a readathon focused on reading more diversely and reading books about marginalized groups and written by people of marginalized groups, and trying to do more own voices and just to diversify reading a little bit more and to show that we really do need diverse books in our reading and on our shelves in the libraries and in bookstores and all of those wonderful good things. I will leave a link down below in the doobly-doo for the Twitter so that way you can see all of the hosts and get all of the details about the DiverseAthon there. Now, I did say that for this year I wasn't really going to do TBRs, but I will do TBRs when I'm participating in special events like readathons, so that way people know that I am participating and I have a general idea of what I will be reading. And the books I'm going to mention are all the ones that are on my radar that I intend on reading, although it might change as the week goes on depending on my mood, because I do have other books that I have in the back of my mind that I've been wanting to read, but these are the ones that I really feel like would be good for this time around. So the first book is The Underground Railroad by Colson Whitehead. This is the group book for the readathon. It is totally optional, but it is the book that they recommend for everyone to read, and I honestly don't really know much about it. It's clearly about the Underground Railroad. It is historical, and it takes place during the Civil War, and it is own voices. I'm actually going to get started on this book right away because I got it as an audiobook on Overdrive, and you only have a couple weeks to listen to it, and sometimes it just takes me a while to get through audiobooks, so I decided to get a head start on it so that way by the time the DiverseAthon is over, I should have the whole book done. The next book on my TBR is Signal to Noise by Sylvia Moreno Garcia. Again, this is another one I don't know a whole lot about, but I had it on my Kindle and I've been hearing really good things about it. It is another Own Voices book, and it is young adult magical realism, I believe. It's about Latinx kids, I think. If I am incorrect in any of this information, please let me know. And it seems like it is about, I think it goes back and forth between the past and the present, and in the past there's like a mixtape and it somehow connects to the present day. I'm not really sure anything about how all of it goes, but it looked really interesting and I thought I would give it a go. Next up I have the third volume of Princeless. This is the Pirate Princess. I believe this is the third volume in the Princeless graphic novel series. I read the first two last year and they were just so delightful. It is about this girl who is a princess, and she is a girl of color, and she and her sisters are all trapped in these towers, and she decides that she's going to go save herself and all of her sisters, and there's a lot of girl power, there's a lot of diversity, and I am super excited. And because I am trying to read less this year and try to have more balance in my life, I thought it would be really good to have a graphic novel in my readathon, so that way I'm kind of breaking it up a little bit and not really feeling so much pressure to read all these big books. Next up is Georgia Peaches and Other Forbidden Fruit by J. Robin Brown. I have been told that this is own voices in some respects, but I don't know how it's own voices and what part of it is own voices, so I will hopefully learn that more as I read and I kind of figure that out. But basically, this takes place, I'm assuming, in Georgia. It is a young adult contemporary romance novel that has LGBTQIA+ representation. Guys, I try to say that like 5 times and I don't know why I can't talk today. But I'm pretty excited. I've heard this is such a good book, and I feel like I've been reading kind of heavier reads lately, and so I'm really excited to read something that's a little bit happier and lighter, and I've been told that this would be a really good fix for me since I've been reading heavier books as of late. And then my final book is Silverborn by Patricia Briggs. This is the next book in the Mercy Thompson series, which I've been reading that I haven't read yet. And the main character, Mercy, is part Native American. And I just really have been enjoying this urban fantasy series. It's a super short read, and I just really can't wait to see what happens next. So yeah, there we go. There is my TBR for the DiverseAthon. I'm pretty excited to do my first readathon of the year and to get into some of these books because they all seem really, really good. And yeah, let me know if you're participating in the DiverseAthon. If you know anything more about these books that I didn't know, please let me know, but just no spoilers until I read it. And then also, you probably noticed that I'm using little icons to kind of show the representation for each book. I want to start using them more in my videos because there's usually so much to cover when it comes to talking about books, and I don't want to exclude the representation stuff. I also don't want my entire reviews to be about the representation, and so I have those up to kind of show what books I'm reading which have different types of representation and own voices. If there are ways I can improve that, please let me know, because I'm totally open to suggestions and everything like that. So yeah, there we go. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all later. Bye.